Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying happy and healthy. Today we are going to be talking about simple and compound sentences. So just so you're aware, the reason that we are talking about simple and compound sentences, and then in the next video we'll talk about complex and compound complex sentences, is because knowing the variation of sentences allows you to create more variety within your writing structure, therefore making your writing more interesting for your reader. And it is really important when you are writing applications, when writing essays, when writing speeches, any kind of public speaking. You want to structure your language in a way that is going to continue to grab the attention of your listener. So for right now, we're going to focus on simple sentences. And this should be reinforcing our knowledge that we know about dependent and independent clauses. A simple sentence contains a subject and a verb. It expresses a single, complete thought. So based off of that information, a simple sentence is therefore also a single independent clause. In our examples that we're going to be looking at, I made the orange text our subject or noun, and the green text the predicate or the verb. So in our examples of simple sentences, the cat, which is our subject, crept through the dark house, meaning its action or the verb, which is crept, and then through the dark house. So once again, our subject in orange, the wary mouse, then its action in green, watched from underneath an upturned cereal box. The predatory cat stopped and surveyed his surroundings. The mouse darted for the safety of the nearly invisible hole under the cabinet. So these are examples of simple sentences. It has a singular subject and a singular action that go together in a complete independent clause. So what you're going to do in Edpuzzle then, I would like you to tell me if this is a simple sentence or a dependent clause. So remember the difference between an independent and a dependent clause. So here are our 6 sentences that will pop up in Edpuzzle. The teacher walked into the classroom. Juan played football. 3. While Jane went shopping. 4. Although Mexico has a better team. 5. The island was filled with many trails winding through thick underbrush. And 6. Because he studied hard. Next, we're going to be talking about compound sentences. A compound sentence contains 2 independent clauses, and it is going to use conjunctions to bind those 2 independent clauses together. So last week we did briefly talk about fanboys. So this is going to be our direct lesson on fanboys. Fanboy stands for and, nor, but, or, and, yet, so. The conjunctions used can impact the meaning of the sentence. So in our examples, we're going to have orange for the subject again, green for the predicate again, and then we're adding in red for our conjunctions, which is fanboys. For and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And just in case you aren't familiar with fanboys, I also put in a brief explanation as to what each of the fanboys or conjunctions are doing in the sentence. So for practically means because, and practically means in addition to or another, nor means not, but means in contrast, this, not that, or means a choice. You can have one thing or a different thing, but not both. Yet shows contrast, like but, and so gives result. Alrighty. So we're going to be looking at our examples. Once again, orange is the subject, green is the predicate, red is conjunction. So the cat was unsuccessful in his attempt to catch the mouse. That is a subject and a predicate together, making it an independent clause, and then we're going to bind it with the word and, which is in red, which is our conjunction. And then we have another subject, the mouse, was equally as unlucky in his attempt to get the cheese. So that is the mouse's action in comparison to the cat and its action. In our next example, the dog, which is our subject, had watched all of this, which is its predicate. Then read the but is our conjunction, but he had refused to become involved. Next example, the mouse could wait until dark, or he could risk a daylight raid on the pantry. And then lastly, the cat usually slept during the day, yet curiosity held him at the corner of the kitchen. So these are examples of compound sentences. So once again, in Edpuzzle, you're going to test your skill. I want you to tell me in Edpuzzle, is this a compound sentence or is it not a compound sentence? So you don't have to tell me what other kind of sentence it is. I just want you to confirm whether it is or it is not a compound sentence. So number 1, the teacher walked into the classroom while the class waited in the hallway. Juan played football, but Juan's brother played basketball. While Jane went shopping, her mother waited in the car. Mexico has a better team, but the USA team has a better goalie. Sorry, I forgot to put in has. The island was filled with many trails winding through the thick underbrush. And 6, he studied hard and therefore got an A on the test. Those are our 6 examples. So the next video, we will talk about complex and compound complex sentences. Alrighty guys, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.